Welcome to That One Time in Business with me, your host, Casey Renee, a creative director and brand strategist who has 1,000,001 stories and lessons to share. Now remember, these are our teachable moments with a twist and a laugh. So let's get started. Okay, so boom. Today we have Mr. Ross, Roderick, whatever you want to call him, but as long as you don't play with his business, that's all that matters. And of course, we like to hear their client horror stories. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it.
Okay. Yeah. First starting off, my business is a screen printing company. We offer a lot of printing solutions for clients. And this one particular story is about a guy that I really had a lot of trust in, especially first starting my business. Starting a business is very hard, very difficult, takes a lot of money. And this guy somewhat took advantage of my kindness.
Shit.
Yeah, so this guy, he was a coach of mine in high school. And of course, when I went to college, he ended up being in Greensboro as well. So we are located in Greensboro. So anyway, this guy, he was like, "Hey, look, man, I got a business opportunity for you."
Wait, you got by somebody you knew?
Yes.
Oh,
that was the whole thing. I trusted him. I played football. He was a coach. So, I looked up to him kind of like a mentor in a way, especially coming to college, being in a different town. Once I did start my business years later, he definitely always seemed to be the person that had connections. So I trusted that what he was doing.
Hold on, time out. Did he have the connections, or was he one of those like, I think he got the connections?
Well, so this is the thing. It felt very real, right? It felt like he had the connections. And he knew a lot of people because he was in a fraternity. So I was always like, wow, like he had some business stuff going on. And then he had like this thing that he started. Ended up getting a lot of followers. So I felt pretty secure in what we were going to do. And the whole thing was, the way he presented it was, "Hey, Rod, I know you're starting a business. I know I had just gotten into a new building. Money was tight. And this was before COVID, but I only really had like myself working and then a person that worked up front. And the person that worked up front was an older lady."
Oh, I thought it was my fave, Louise. I thought it was my fave now. Oh, okay.
No, it was an older lady. So this was like, I've been in this building where I'm at for like 4 years. So this was in the beginning of that. So anyway, the older lady, her name is Miss Martin. So I love her. So she would be like, "Rod, you got to be careful with him. Be careful with him." Just because she's older, a little wiser. But I trusted this guy. So he presented something to me like, "Hey, Rod, why don't we make shirts and outfits for the track team for these high schools?"
That's not a bad idea.
It's not. He already is a coach, right? So I'm like, so he's like, "I got the connection with the people. I know exactly what we need to do. Pretty much in the door, all you got to do is make the stuff, design it, print it. I go out there, pretty much sign, seal, deliver."
Slinging them. Oh, he's going to sling them joints. So he moved the weight. You do the weight, he moves it. Okay, I got you.
Exactly. So he had connections at other schools because, like I told you, he was a football coach. So I'm thinking, all right, all good. First transaction goes perfect. I think even maybe like a few $1,000s, but a few $1,000s when you're small is like $1 million. So
it sure the fuck is.
So I was like, "Damn, Taylor, is that easy?" He knows the track coaches. So then he's like, "Hey, look, we got another school. I talked to them. They want us to do the shirts, do the pants, do the sweatshirts for the track team. Awesome, let's get it done." Now, the first transaction, like I said, this is how he baited me. I already trusted him. First transaction was perfect. He even went on to say, "Man, I don't even really want to make no money off of this. I just want to help you. I was like, damn, okay, what? All right, well, like I say, I trusted the guy. He always seemed on the up and up. But at this time from college on to starting a business, other friends would tell me like, this guy's shiesty. but I still went with what I knew of the guy. I didn't go off what they do.
Which is not a bad thing to do, because I know when people have problems with like one incident, first of all, so one person can create an uproar, and then somebody who never even dealt with the person just continues the uproar. So I don't think it's a bad thing that you didn't, you just went off of what you knew. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right. And that's the thing. I never try to go off of like somebody else's situation. Like I always try to use my own personal experiences with an individual. Because a lot of times, it could have been that person. So like I said, the first transaction went great. Guy told me, hey, look, I don't really want to make any money off of this stuff. You're doing a lot of the work. I just want to see your business grow. And so the second transaction comes around, right? So when the second transaction comes around, there was a house, like we're printing. So everything has lead times in production. Track had, at this point, like, think about what I'm saying. First time, track season already in. Second team comes around. This is the same season.
Okay.
So we've already lost like time because people want this stuff at the beginning of the track season or the beginning of the events or the beginning of whatever season, athletic season it is. So we're already in the middle of track season and we're in high school. And so high school breaks are coming up, holidays are coming up, and then lead times. So this second situation where he actually got me. This is where I learned all my lessons from this guy.
Gotcha, bitch.
Learned all my lessons. So second situation comes up. He comes and presents it to me. Hey, look, I need you to come. Same thing. Come up with a design, nice little layout. Let's get the blanks. I'll get the sizes. You get the blanks. Print them. Knock them out. Now, being small, I'm doing all of the work. I didn't have a team. I didn't have really anybody to help me. So in between us doing the first job and doing the second job, I ended up hiring somebody.
Okay.
The person that I ended up hiring wasn't a great printer. As I told you, we print shirts. We do print and apparel and impressions. This guy was not that good. Then the holiday came in, and then all of the stuff that we tried to order end up not coming in when it's supposed to come in. So, of course, I'm going back to him, communicating to him the issues we're having. I'm trying to train somebody. We don't have all the products. Then a holiday comes up. So his thing was, well, we got to give them something because they're waiting. They've been waiting. And then, like I told you, we're already in the middle of a track season.
So hold on, time out. But why? So were you ever talking to the people, like the school, or like were you saying something? Were you like, hey, school, I know the truth. It's not going to be this long. Or was he just the whole liaison for the situation? He was the liaison. Okay.
He was the liaison. So
he had you over-promising and under-delivering out here.
Exactly. There we go. That's exactly what ended up happening. He was giving them certain days. I'm giving him realistic terms.
Damn.
But what ends up happening is, of course, when they don't get it, they're mad. So now he's like promising other things. So now I'm like, my back is against the wall because I'm trying to actually get this product done. But like I said, we already missed deadlines and they already upset. So he's like, well, we got to give him something. So I end up saying, well, look, maybe we can give him some shirts. So he's like, all right, man. It was like 40 or 50 shirts, which doesn't seem like a lot now. But when I started out, 50 shirts was a lot.
Yeah, but before you're seasoned in your craft, like I remember a flyer, when I used to do club flyers, those things used to take me like 2.5, 3 hours. Now, I'm not even kidding you, I could probably whip a club flyer out in 30 minutes while watching something like Sidetrack. So I get it.
Exactly. And so
I don't do club flyers anymore though. Okay, sorry, I had to say that. Don't ask me for that fucking thing. All right, bye. Go ahead.
Yeah. So what ended up happening is I said, all right, well, look, since we're tight on the deadline, I will go ahead and order the shirts. I'll print them. We can do it as a simple one color because it won't take long to do that. Do the shirts, boom, knock them out. Now, so he goes and delivers the shirts, and then he tells me, "Hey, look, I was able to buy some more time with us providing them with the shirt." So he gives it to me like so. There's no rush on the rest of the stuff. So no rush means to me like I got time to get it done.
Yeah, I can slow up.
Right. I can slow down. Like I say, my back is already against the wall. I don't have adequate staff. So, you know,
yeah,
I'm
you
feeling
think you
really
got breather,
good.
you think you got breathing room and shit. Yeah, nah.
Right. So then what ends up happening is he pops up at the shop maybe like a few days later. Hey, where we at with the stuff?
What?
I thought we had time. Like you told me, like we had time to get this stuff done. Like, oh, and of course, me being new to business in this capacity, I'm not asking any questions either. Like, so I'm not, and this is my fault too, right? So like a part of the big part of this learning is like no groundwork was laid from the beginning. So I wasn't thinking, okay, well, you say we got time, but what exactly does that look like? What does that mean? Like we got a week? Were you able to buy us a week? Were you able to buy us 5 business days? 3? Like what does that look like? Once again, that overpromising on the back end. So obviously he promised them something. I don't know what he promised them. Only thing I knew was we got to get it done at some point. So when he came and we didn't have anything done, now he's upset.
And now a quick commercial break.
Tired of clients not understanding your creative vision? Artboard Studio is here to save the day. With Artboard Studio, you can showcase your ideas seamlessly, impressing clients and upselling your services. Create stunning mock-ups that bring your designs to life, making it easier than ever for clients to see your vision. And the best part? You can try Artboard Studio's Pro Plan free for 3 months. Just use the code TOTIB3PRO. Don't miss out on the exclusive offer. Get Artboard Studio and transform the way you communicate your creativity today.
I was like, listen, man, like, you told me we had time, but we got to get it done quick, you know, because now he's telling me, now the next day he's telling me, like, school season, the school is about to get out. They only got like 2 more track meets. I'm like,
well, you better pack it up and save it for next year then, shit.
I'm like, bro, like, you didn't, like, I knew we already kind of started late because we started like kind of like after COVID, like high schools don't have like so many track meets. I knew we had kind of started late, but I didn't really know anything about timelines or anything about how long we actually really had, which was all pretty much drop ball on my part and our company's part. So that
I'm glad you had a lesson right there. That's a gem. Realization that you fucked up.
Yeah. And so I get back onto the like train of trying to get this stuff done. In between that, like I said, I'm hiring somebody. So like a lot of the work that we did came out really good. The pants, on the other hand, did not look that great. So I'm trying to teach this guy as we're trying to get it done. And I'm thinking because I know this guy that I'm working with, I know him, like I will have he'll have some type of leniency, right? Because I have a relationship with him. So I'm like, hey, you know what? That looks good. This looks good. Let's just get it out. At this point, let's just get it done because we're already late. I'd rather fix the problem if they see it and have a problem. I'd rather fix the problem than them not get anything for another how many ever days.
Yeah.
All in all, we got the work done. After we got the work done, give it to him. He goes and deliver pretty much at the last track meet or before the last track meet.
Shit.
Which is terrible. So it comes down. Now, mind you, this time I haven't gotten paid, right? So weeks go by, never heard anything from him.
Oh, you didn't have a contract.
No, there we go.
That's
what I'm telling you from the beginning.
Cut this podcast right now. We're done. It's like, no.
That's what I'm saying. The first transaction went so smooth.
Yeah.
I'm trusting him. Like, okay, he did the right thing by me. He's going to do the right thing again. This time, this transaction went so terrible, terribly wrong. And then he ended up getting paid or I thought he got paid, or I didn't know what had happened, right? I didn't know what happened, but I never heard from the guy, right, for weeks. And I'm like, hey, look, I know I delivered late, man, but it wasn't solely on me for delivering late. Like I didn't have, you didn't tell me everything. We would miscommunicate it. But when are you gonna pay me? This is like $1,800. Like, are you gonna pay me?
That's a lot. That's a lot of money.
Yeah. So this is material, me paying people, me paying myself, paying the company. He's like, well, man, delivered kind of late. I wasn't able to get all the money. Blah, blah. I was like, all right, well, this is what the invoice is.
Yeah, but what did we get? But what
Right.
did we get?
What did we get? Exactly. Because my thing is, I'm doing the work. I'm thinking he's, quite naturally marketing it up.
Yeah, he's the mouth. He's just the mouth.
Right. So I never got paid.
Damn.
Still to this day?
Still to this day, I never got paid.
Oh, man, have you seen him since?
No, but I told my best friend that if I see him
on site,
and I'm about to whoop your old ass, man, because I'm sick of playing games,
that he's gonna have to bail me out of jail.
On site.
I mean, at this point, so at this point, $1,500, or it was really $1,800 lost. I calling him. He finally like, hey, look, Rod, I'm gonna pay you your money. I'm gonna at least make payments towards it so that you can get your money, right? I was like, dang, like we better than this. Like I know you. Like I thought that you were gonna be on the up and up with me. Never paid him. So I had to keep following up with him, all the way to I got to a point where like I maybe need to get a lawyer, right? And get somebody.
Yeah, I was about to say anything over 500 is small claims court at that point.
Exactly. So I'm thinking, I learned that through this situation. I didn't know that, but I learned that through this situation, right? And I was like, well, this is what I'm going to do. So I sent him email after email, and eventually he's like, hey, look, man, if you want to talk to somebody that got my attorney, you can talk to my attorney. And I was like, oh, like, I thought we were better than this, right? So anyway, I go through it. I go through the whole process of talking to his counsel. I didn't really have anybody, but I was acting like I did.
And that's all you need to do. That's all you need to do. Right. I'm HR. I'm my bookkeeper. I'm the designer. I'm the owner. Shit, I'm the intern.
Exactly.
Who you need me to be?
Right. So anyway, this guy gives me the runaround. I never get any information from him. I end up finally meeting with my coach guy. I end up finally meeting with him, and we have a real conversation. I tell him, hey, look, are you gonna pay me or not? Like, you having me to meet you. I met him at the Waffle House, right? The Waffle House big.
And that's where everybody fight at. So shit.
Right.
You picked the right location.
I meet him at the Waffle House. We're talking. I said, listen, man, at the end of the day, if you were coming to pay me any bit of this money, like you would be paying me at this point. Like, I know you don't have the money. I know you got the money because at this point I've already called the school. The school told me that they paid him. And so, so he got paid, whatever the amount was that he got paid. He took the money, and he was so upset with us because we didn't deliver on time. We miscommunicated, which the problem was between him and I, because it was really just bad on both parts. He was telling me one thing, I'm trusting his word. When I'm trusting his word, he's coming back and I guess pretty much telling them something else. So all in all, I never got the money that I was owed for the job, but I learned a lot of lessons out of that, right? Like, so the guy, he's never been seen again. I've never seen him, never talked to him again since that Waffle House time that we met. So
let me ask you this: if you could say one thing to him, what would it be?
I want to say,
so why would I want anything to do with you? Fuck you.
Real fuck you, man. He took my trust in a time where we were like very vulnerable and like very small infant stages of business, and that and I had very small accounts and credits in terms of my suppliers. And so, I'm buying, I had to pretty much fit the bill for the products and pay all that stuff off. And then, of course, like I say, the work and the ink and all that stuff, like everything was just so much more expensive at that point in time because we were just so small. And so, I want to give him a big middle finger, man. If I see him, I really, honestly, if I see him, I want to slap him to this day. To this day! And I talked to a mentor. Crazy enough, one of my mentors know him. He was like, Rod, if $1,800 got him out of your life, then I would, if I were you, I would consider that good. So
hey, there you go. See, and
right.
there you have it. I think you ended up pretty well. And to the coach, I'm going to stand beside my guest and say, fuck you. And other than that, I will see you guys later. Bye. So did you enjoy the gems I dropped today or feel normalized after you push play? Well, feel free to like, subscribe, and share that One Time in Business with me, your host, Casey Renee. Now remember, we are all in this crazy shit together.